So I was sitting here reading my lesson for the day. I've been studying this right here, A Course in Miracles, life-changing, like rework the total foundation and structure of everything that you thought was true in your world and replace it with love is what it comes down to. So without getting into all that stuff, anyways, it has daily lessons, right? 365 lessons for every single day of the year. And so I'm on lesson 263 because I started at the beginning of the year. Actually, not true. I started on January 2nd, but I was psyched because I realized that this was a leap year. So even though I started a day late, which is not even a thing, because what is late? You can start your day or your life or your experience over at any point in time. So anyways, I'm on lesson 263, and I'm going to read it to you guys, and then I'm just going to talk about it because this stuff stretches me out of my comfort zone. It stretches me out of my everything zone. All right, so the lesson for the day is, my holy vision sees all things as pure. Father, your mind created all that is. Your spirit entered into it. Your love gave life to it. And would I look upon what you created as if it could be made sinful? I would not perceive such dark and fearful images. A madman's dream is hardly fit to be my choice, instead of all the loveliness with which you blessed creation, all its purity, its joy, and its eternal quiet home in you. And while we still remain outside the gate of heaven, let us look on all we see through the holy vision and the eyes of Christ. Let all appearances seem pure to us, that we may pass them by in innocence, and walk together to our Father's house as brothers and the holy sons of God. So, first of all, for those of you that have a hard time with some of this Judeo-Christian language, I hear you. I have also had that experience. But I realize that those are just, for me, the truth that I came to is that those are just words. And at any point in time, I can replace God with love, or with Buddha, or with Reiki, or with spirit, universe, source, energy, whatever. It's a whole bunch of different names for the same stuff. And ultimately, what you always come back to with all these different teachings is love, that there is only love. So this is what I'm aspiring to do this year, is to, deconstruct my thought system based in fear and reconstruct a thought system based in love. So you go through these daily lessons to help practice, and you meditate on them, and you write about them, and I'm sitting here reading this, and I'm thinking, fuck, this is really hard. This is really, really hard for me. Let all appearances seem pure to us, that we may pass them by in innocence and walk together to our Father's house as brothers and the holy sons of God. So that's all fine and good sometimes, but right now, at this exact moment in my life, in my professional and in my business life, there's a huge amount of shifting and changing going on, and it's very uncomfortable, and I have cried a lot about it, and I am trying my fucking hardest to be the woman that I know that I am, and at the same time be the woman that I aspire to be. There's this great quote that I saw somewhere, I couldn't tell you now, but it says that you are able to be a work in progress and a beautiful masterpiece all at the same time. So I'm just kind of sitting in that space right now. But this idea of all things being pure, all people being our brothers and sisters, everyone being innocent, that there is no sin, that when we experience pain, it's an illusion simply because our ego tells us that, if this person says something or does something or gets what we want or has what we want, or if we give in to them or whatever, that somehow they win and we are not enough. When the truth of the matter is that we are enough. We're all enough all the time, always, simply by the mere manifestation of our existence. we are enough, and it's one of those things where I believe that, but it's like connecting, from my head to my heart. You hear people say all the time, I know that in my head, but I can't get it to to embody it and really fully believe it. So that's for sure where I'm at. And, the best that we can do sometimes, I think, is to simply do a little bit better than the last time. Maybe speak up a little bit more, maybe apologize a little bit more succinctly or honestly or deeply, maybe forgive more quickly, maybe love ourselves more unconditionally through the process. I'm really trying to not attach myself to the outcome, because lots of times I think that if I do all the right things, then I'll get what I want. And the tricky thing is that the things that I think I want aren't really what is of the highest good for me. And despite how many times I've learned that, maybe the operative word there is that maybe I haven't learned it yet. Despite how many times I have seen that or been shown that, I still like to get rather grippy. I still like to kind of white knuckle things and hold on and try and control, and relaxing and trusting the process and allowing, right? Even saying it kind of like makes my heart feel pressured and kind of makes my throat, constrict, I guess. Allowing the work to be done through us. So this idea that my holy vision sees all things as pure is a real stretchy one for me today, because I want to react in anger, and I want to, say, it's not fair, I did this, I did that, don't you see? And really the question is to myself, don't you see, Olivia? Don't you see that you are enough? So that's where I'm at today. I wanted to share it with you. I don't know, why did I want to share? Why did I feel called to speak? Because sometimes we have to speak, make a statement to the universe. Let spirit know that we're ready and we're willing and we're open. And also let you know that if you're having a rough go of it right now, a lot of us are. There's some really funky, really heavy, deep, intense, stories of our childhood, old tapes and agreements that are being fucking burned and broken right now. Like, astrologically speaking, there's so much shit going on. So we're all feeling it. And in fact, that's why I wore my overalls today, because overalls make me feel rather childlike. And I wanted to tap into that, original feeling child of mine, my little Olivia. These overalls are red, which is the color of our root chakra, and that's what I'm trying to rebuild, is some of those root established beliefs about myself. And also the buttons have hearts. Well, this is an upside down heart, but there you go. So it just reminds me, see, one is right side up and one is upside down. It's the yin and the yang, right? You got to sit in that tension, that oppositional tension. That's where creation happens. So yes, I love these little button hearts. They're made out of little shells. And it just reminds me that there is only love. So I'm sending my only love to you all. Hope you all have a great day. Mwah.